But to the man in the street, perhaps the most amazing machine is the Spitfire, a land version of the famous seaplanes that won the Schneider Trophy. It's the fastest single-seater fighter in the world. And although here again we're not allowed to give exact figures, we may say that it flies at something between 300 and 400 miles an hour.
This is an article taken from the Daily Echo called The Battle of Britain's Forgotten Heroes by Jez Gale. It is undated. In the summer of 1940, the fate of Britain hung in the balance as the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, began its attacks against the Royal Air Force. The Nazis' aim was to win complete control of the air over the south of England in order that Adolf Hitler and his army could invade the country. They knew this was essential if an invasion was to be successful. Over the next 4 months, in what became known as the Battle of Britain, Luftwaffe tried to defeat the RAF, not only by provoking air combat with its pilots, but also by destroying the British airfields, radar stations, and the factories which made the British aircraft. Hitler ordered that all factories supplying the RAF should be destroyed, particularly the units building Spitfires, the famous British single-seat aircraft that did so much to help win the war. If the RAF had no new aircraft, German victory would be assured. Throughout this time, Lord Beaverbrook, the Minister of Aircraft Production, worked tirelessly to make sure the factories produced enough machines to respond to the German attacks. Those employed in these factories also worked tirelessly and uncomplainingly. People such as Harland, who worked at the Supermarine Spitfire factory in Southampton, were unsung heroes of the Battle of Britain, who in their own way helped to stop the Nazi occupation. Women played a vital part in Britain's success in the Second World War. Class barriers were lowered. Even Queen Elizabeth II, then Princess Elizabeth, worked as a driver mechanic. Interestingly, she is the last surviving head of state who served in uniform during the Second World War. As men left their factory jobs to go and fight, women stepped in to produce the heavy machinery needed for the war and at home to keep the country running. Women quickly picked up and excelled at historically male-dominated trades such as welding, riveting, and engine repair. Women were essential for the production and supply of goods to troops fighting abroad. Their efforts during the wartime refuted the misconception that women are incapable of manual and technical labouring. One such lady to step forward and to do her bit for the country was Southampton's Harland, who joined the Supermarine Spitfire factory in Woolston at age 20. Mrs. Harland, who was born and raised in Woolston, was given the crucial role of inspecting the wings as each new aircraft was assembled. The plane's elliptical wing had a thin cross-section allowing a higher top speed than several contemporary fighters. Speed was seen as essential to carry out the mission home defence against enemy bombers. Mrs. Harland's job also came with the inherent dangers posed by the Luftwaffe, and in the summer of 1940 this threat was realised. The first raid on the Supermarine factory came in August the 23rd, 1940. It missed, but over the next months more raids were mounted until on September the 26th, 1940, the factory was wrecked. Many aircraft production workers were killed or injured. Fortunately, Ellen Harland, who celebrated her 96th birthday last month and is still a sprightly woman who enjoys life and good health at her home in Bitter, was one of the ones fortunate enough to survive the devastation, although she did see friends and colleagues perish in the raids. During the Battle of Britain, the young pilots in their Spitfires who daily risked their lives were the glamour boys. But there were many thousands of other patriotic Britons, such as Harland, who played an important role in keeping Britain safe.